personally could watch at any mood. I just I could just I want to watch something I could just relax and watch it. Um, there gotta be some interesting ones here. First, I gotta start the list with Avengers: Infinity War. I've seen this movie probably at least like 10 times or something. It's just so enjoyable, crazy action humor. It's just a really enjoyable film. But anytime when I'm struggling, I just go to Infinity War. It's just my go-to movie. Um, then we have Spider-Man: No Way Home. I've also seen this one so many times. Um, so many times. It is sometimes like part emotional at the end, but crazy action. I've seen it. Uh, I've seen it so many times. Then another movie I've seen so many times is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Now, me personally, I wouldn't say all of Across the Spider-Verse is just you can sit back and relax. I'd say a large portion, like from after the opening scene to the end of the big chase scene in the movie, that's the time period I'd say is that this whole you can watch any mood. The rest is much deeper, but still. Then we have the Meg. Um, if you don't know, there was this movie that released in 2018 in August called The Meg. This basically in this movie, this movie is basically Jason Statham fighting a big shark. Who does not want who doesn't want to see Jason Statham fighting a big shark? I personally really enjoyed it. I've also seen this one quite a bit. Also, I think we should probably include Meg to the Trench. Meg's the Meg's good old sequel. This one's not as good, but still it's still I think they're nearly almost equally as good as each other. I mean, both great movies. Then next up we have Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. I can't make a list about extremely enjoyable movies without including Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. I literally cannot. Um, it's kind of interesting because after watching this movie, I found 4 out of the 5 of these people on the poster in some other movie. If it's Jurassic World or It or Avatar or Wonder Woman 1984. Anyway, a really just extremely enjoyable movie. Honestly, one of my favorite movies of all time. Just extreme humor, extreme action. It's just an amazing watch. Then next we have Transformers. The sequels they're like long and stuff, so they're less enjoyable to watch. But Transformers, it's a great movie. I think that whole story, it's shorter. I think it's short, but it's a great a great movie. Robots fighting robots. It's like Jason Statham fighting Jason Statham in the Meg, but instead we have robots fighting robots. Then we have Kung Fury. If you don't know, there was this movie that came out called Kung Fury. Kung Fury follows this cop from the future who and Adolf Hitler somehow comes from the past, kills his entire police force. So then Kung Fury has to go back in the past to kill Hitler, and then he goes back way too far, and then he teams up with these female Vikings and Thor. Yes, this Thor right over here, and some other dudes. It's an insane movie. I watched it very recently. It's a whole lot of fun. It is very it is a very it does have a ridiculous plot. Let's admit, but it's a whole lot of fun to watch. Then we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem. I've seen this movie so many times, or I've seen the beginning scene so many times. I would when I want to watch the full movie. It's just that I don't know. TV keeps or the Paramount Plus keeps glitching. Anyway, this movie is absolutely insane. Um, amazing reboot on the TMNT. This proves that that TMNT should not be in live action. It was born for animation. Just because this movie, because the really the main animated TMNT movies are this movie, Mutant Mayhem, or animated content. This movie, well, there's TMNT, but that was a critical flop. And there's obviously, and there's the 2012 TMNT show, which both of those are masterpieces. Easily the best piece of Ninja Turtle content. So yeah, extremely fun, and it's nice to see someone else as the villain besides Shredder. Then we have a Minecraft movie. This is the most recent one. It's a whole lot of fun. Just trust me. Chicken Jockey. Just when this movie came free on Max, I watched it, and I was just waiting for that Chicken Jockey moment because I didn't do it at the theaters. It's an extremely enjoyable movie to watch. Then next up we have The Fall Guy. This movie has humor, action, even a little bit of romance. Something for everybody. And plus, my good old friend Ryan Gosling. Then we have Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. I've seen this movie so many times. I think I've seen it at least 4 times, but I think actually 5. This movie is the old Godzilla vs Kong. There's a lot of story building, all that. This one, Godzilla x Kong, it's a lot more enjoyable. It's a lot more fast paced. It's a lot more action, and it's a lot more fun to watch. Me personally, I loved it. I've like I said, I've seen it 5 times. Scar King was a great villain. I remember because back in like 2024 when I knew Godzilla vs Kong was getting a sequel. This was my most hyped movie because I didn't know much about other movies coming out. I hadn't seen Dune. I hadn't seen Avatar. I had seen Spider-Verse. Yeah. Then we got Hobbs and Shaw's. I'm no fan of the Fast and the Furious franchise. Or Hobbs and Shaw. I always say Hobbs and Shaw's. I don't know why. Hear me out. I am no fan of the Fast and the Furious franchise. This is the only Fast and the Furious franchise film I have actually seen. But boy, is this a lot of fun. I know it's the plot is ridiculous. So, 2 enemies going to extract a virus from a girl while the cybernetically enhanced human is hunting them down. I get it. At least it got me, but it's a whole lot of fun to watch. Trust me. Trust me, it's a whole lot of fun. Thank you, Statham. You're the main reason I watched this movie. Then we have the Despicable Me franchise. All six of the movies. Personally, my favorite is Despicable Me 3. It's a lot more fun. The 4 of them are great. The only bad movie in the franchise is Rise of Gru. I never liked it, but still, crazy humor, a lot of nice action, and overall, amazing franchise. I'd say my second favorite animated franchise after Spider-Verse. Then we have the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. One of the greatest trilogies of all time. I'm sorry, on my greatest trilogies of all time list, I forgot to include Guardians of the Galaxy, so even in the comments I wrote down. Sorry, guys. But the first Guardians of the Galaxy, I'd say it's my least favorite. It's also the slowest because it's the introduction. Still an amazing movie. And then we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. A whole lot of the best. I'd say the best of the trilogy. A whole lot of fun. Guardians 3 is a lot more emotional, but still, it's an amazing movie. Well, actually, I think you might have to erase Guardians 3, but still. Then we have Rampage. I think I've seen this movie quite a bit actually. A bit actually. Basically, it's like the Godzilla thing. In Godzilla, we have monsters fighting monsters fighting monsters. It's like Godzilla, but with actual animals as monsters, and Dwayne Johnson. I would have preferred Jason Statham. Let's actually do Jason Statham instead. No. Yeah, it's a whole lot. It's one of those brainless blockbuster things. It's really good. Then we have the Then to finish this list off, we have the Super Mario Bros. Movie. This movie's a whole lot of fun. Trust me. This movie has probably one of the most stacked voice actor casts of like ever. I mean, Jack Black, Chris Pratt, and Seth Rogen all in the same movie is kind of crazy. And that's not all. Anyway, really enjoyable movie. I'd say one of my favorite animated movies. That'll be all for today's video. Drop down in the comments other movies you'd add to this list. Check out my channel for more content like this, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye.